Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Hub. Today, we're diving into a story that's been making waves across global financial forums. It's the kind of topic people have been watching for decades, and it's all about economic confidence and transparency. These discussions have been central in international markets for years, stretching from the Middle East to Southeast Asia. A wide range of followers, from analysts to long-term observers, are keeping a close eye on these developments, and the buzz just keeps growing. Right now, the atmosphere is full of anticipation as people revisit long-discussed ideas about currency shifts, especially when it comes to the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong. For years, the potential revaluation of these currencies has been a hot topic, often debated and speculated about. But now, the chatter suggests this could be different, moving from theory to something real. Online forums and social media are buzzing like never before, reflecting a similar intensity within financial circles, where experts are carefully preparing for every possible market scenario. This isn't just rumor or speculation. The narrative being discussed points to years of deliberate economic planning, international coordination, and a steady evolution of financial systems. Every angle is being examined, from the potential impact on global markets to the scale of these developments. Anticipation has been building for years, but the current alignment of factors is creating an unusual focus among observers worldwide. Central banks and private institutions always prepare for market moves, but this moment is being framed as potentially seismic. The idea of revaluation goes beyond just changing numbers on a screen. It's being framed as a symbol of years of economic restructuring, careful financial oversight, and international recognition of fiscal legitimacy. Financial systems have reportedly been quietly aligning in the background, with currencies under close monitoring and advanced digital verification systems ready to ensure secure transactions. These measures are designed to make sure any shifts happen safely and fully in line with regulations. From individual investors to government agencies, the world is watching. If these changes actually happen, they could have ripple effects far beyond Iraq and Vietnam, potentially setting a precedent for other nations. Iraq, in particular, has been in the spotlight. Since 2023, the country has reportedly made unprecedented progress in reforming its economy, tightening financial regulations and cracking down on illicit activity to boost stability. The Iraqi government has been working hard to restore confidence in the dinar, reform banking operations, increase transparency, and implement modern digital tracking for financial transactions. These moves are said to allow the dinar to stand on its own merit. Leadership in Iraq reportedly understands that a revaluation isn't just technical, it's about credibility, long-term stability, and gaining international trust. The aim is to move Iraq from recovery to recognized economic strength. With many observers now viewing the country as a serious global economic player, Vietnam's story is running parallel, but with its own unique twists. The Dong has been considered undervalued for over a decade, a strategy meant to boost export competitiveness. Meanwhile, Vietnam has been transforming its financial infrastructure. It's investing in digital banking, exploring blockchain, and using AI to modernize monitoring systems. All these moves are part of a broader plan to bring the Dong's value more in line with the country's real economic output. The State Bank of Vietnam is being highlighted for its discipline and foresight. With foreign reserves reportedly tripling since 2018, these achievements are seen as proof of careful fiscal management and an increasingly transparent banking system. The Dong is reportedly being prepared for a potential revaluation that reflects Vietnam's true economic power. For citizens and observers alike, this would be the result of years of careful planning, signaling a potential new chapter for the currency. Interestingly, these changes in Iraq and Vietnam are said to be coordinated. Analysts suggest that if a revaluation occurs, it could be the result of high-level international planning. Central banks in both countries have reportedly worked with European institutions to ensure a smooth, compliant transition. The goal is a controlled revaluation that signals a shift in global currency dynamics without causing market chaos. The timing is reportedly strategic, aiming for off-peak settlement periods to minimize disruption while marking a major shift. This careful orchestration, if accurate, shows the precision and professionalism behind the scenes. It suggests a move toward a more stable, cooperative global financial system, rather than volatile, competitive fluctuations. Zimbabwe is quietly part of this conversation too, showing a potential model for financial reinvention. After years of hyperinflation, The country reportedly launched a gold-backed digital currency in 2024. This approach ties the currency to tangible S while using technology for transparency. Though less widely reported, Zimbabwe's innovation could offer a blueprint for other nations facing economic challenges, combining stability and modern digital solutions. These developments aren't just financial news. They're framed as a validation of patience, diligence, and foresight. For longtime followers of the Dinar and Dong, this is reportedly proof that persistent monitoring may pay off. A revaluation isn't just about money. It's about restoring trust in transparent, structured economic systems, highlighting patience and belief in long-term planning over short-term speculation. Behind the scenes, banks are reportedly focusing on transaction verification, digital logging, and strict compliance. Long-term observers are reminded that sustainable gains come from careful professional actions, not rumor-driven speculation. This patience, preparation, and meticulous planning are described as leading to a critical global moment, one as much about process as valuation. Some analysts also suggest that the revaluation wouldn't weaken the US dollar. In fact, it could strengthen it indirectly by creating a more balanced global trading environment, when undervalued currencies find their true worth. International transactions may become smoother, reducing risks of market manipulation and benefiting the global system overall. US and European banks are reportedly fully prepared for any transition, ensuring international settlements remain smooth. The result could be a more efficient, cooperative, and stable global financial system, where multiple currencies coexist, enhancing mutual trust instead of competing in zero-sum ways. It points to a multipolar currency world built on transparency and strength. For Iraq, a stronger dinar could boost domestic purchasing power, letting the government invest more in healthcare, infrastructure, education, and public services. Oil revenues, the backbone of the economy, would stretch further, while foreign investors could see Iraq as a credible, stable destination. Economists estimate the GDP could rise significantly, possibly around 7% in the first year after. Revaluation laying the foundation for long-term growth. Vietnam could see similar benefits. Citizens' purchasing power would improve, exporters could gain competitiveness, and foreign direct investment might rise further. GDP growth is projected to be around 7% as well. Beyond numbers, a stronger Dong signals Vietnam's evolution into a globally recognized economy, ready to compete on the international stage. Zimbabwe's role shows how innovation and stability intersect. By tying its currency to gold and using blockchain for transparency, Zimbabwe is demonstrating that even countries with extreme economic challenges can reinvent their financial systems. This model combines technology and responsible policy, offering a path for other developing nations to stabilize and attract investment. The psychological impact is said to be huge. Investors and observers who have endured skepticism and delays may see this as proof that patience and proper monitoring are rewarded. It's not just about monetary growth. It's about restoring trust in structured, transparent financial systems. Banks reportedly continue meticulous verification, logging, and compliance at every level. Observers are reminded that real gains come from process, adherence to protocols, and patient engagement. This ensures any currency realignment is safe, legal, and effective. Highlighting the importance of diligence and transparency, coordination between Iraq, Vietnam, and supporting institutions demonstrates that reevaluations are complex but achievable with systematic cooperation. Central banks, regulatory bodies, and technology platforms must align for smooth execution, strengthening international trust and reducing market volatility. Domestic impacts are expected to be immediate. Iraq could see better infrastructure, healthcare, and education funding, while Vietnam could enjoy increased purchasing power, stronger investment opportunities, and enhanced economic confidence. Currency revaluation is portrayed as a tangible tool for improving lives, fostering growth, and ensuring long-term stability. Experts warn that with historic opportunity comes responsibility. Everyone from individuals to institutions must act ethically, follow regulations, and avoid speculative behaviors that could destabilize the process. Maintaining order, transparency, and integrity ensures lasting benefits. Symbolically, this moment represents more than numbers. It marks recognition of emerging economies as legitimate, respected participants in the global financial system. For Iraq, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe, it validates years of effort, planning, and reform.